Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take a look at VRA Verasity. Now this one has been suggested to me on Twitter and on my YouTube comments. I'll start out by saying I don't know that much about the project, but I'm going to take a look at it on the higher time frame, look at some key levels and on the lower time frame, have a look at some Elliott wave analysis on this chart because things are looking good to me, and a potential 5,000% move if a new all-time high is created for Verasity. But if you haven't already guys, smash this video a like, comment down below, and maybe you can teach me something about Verasity because I don't know much about it, and of course subscribe. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go straight in with some higher time frame analysis here, starting out with the monthly time frame, and the first thing that is pointing out to me is that we've had a nice big bullish candle fill down here from the big monthly candle breaker up here for that massive move to the upside. We've come all the way down and filled this big bullish candle, which is one of the big things that I look for. If you've been watching my videos over the past 5 months on the altcoins, you know I've been watching for this type of thing where we get a nice fill of this big bullish candle. And if I was looking at Verasity in the past, I would have been looking for this, and I would have been getting quite excited down here and potentially entering. But you know, I wasn't looking at Verasity at that time, so we're just going to have to take it as it is at the moment on the higher time frames. But again, things are looking really good to me on Verasity. You can see on the monthly time frame this was going to be a bit of resistance as we came back to it, but we've smashed straight back through it and now holding our support. One thing you might note here for Verasity is the fact that we've come up and wicked all the way to the upside where these big monthly candle breakers, bullish candles, were back in August 2021 and July 2021. We've wicked back to this zone, which many people would actually see as a big bearish sign. And in my opinion, I'm going to take it as the exact opposite, especially with this follow-up month that we've had in VRA. So let's think about this logically for VRA. All we've seen is a big monthly candle fill back here from March 2021, and then we've reacted showing big buying pressure to the upside. Many people on this monthly candle close here would have seen that as a big bearish sign and began to short the market. I know many people who see these big bearish candles on the monthly time frame, big wicks to the upside, will start shorting, and you can see the market actually gave them a bit of success this month, but came back to take all of these stop losses because the stop losses will have been probably placed above this big monthly level here. Now we are still in the range for VRA, but with these two wicks to the upside, I think we've been given a massive clue as to where VRA is going to go next, and whether it's this month or next. If you draw a trend line wick to wick here, I think we've got a big target to the upside. Now let's assume it's not this month and it's going to be next month that the VRA gets a big move, the altcoins start to begin to catch up to Bitcoin. We're potentially looking at a nice 180% move here for VRA on the short term, lower time frame stuff. Take out all of the shorters, stop losses above this level, and I don't think there's going to be many people wanting to long the market right here, especially with that big monthly wick to the upside here. I think that's giving everyone a big bearish sign here, but that big follow-up month here that we're seeing on VRA with 10 days left is showing to me that the market is just taking liquidity, preparing for the next major move to the upside. So if, like myself, you have no position in VRA here and you're potentially looking at a potential trade setup, what I'm going to be looking for is a backtest of this monthly cluster level here, that if we draw a trend line from wick to wick on these two last months, we've got a nice target that is a confluential level with that zone down here at around medium freeze, low 4 level there on VRA. Or, in my opinion, what we could be getting is a nice inverse head and shoulder where the next month comes down to about, next month we wick down to around the same level as what the first wick came down to, medium 5 level there, and we get a nice inverse head and shoulder pattern on the wicks. That is also another higher time frame monthly setup that you could use to the upside and come and fill this wick. So what I've done here is just drop us down to the daily time frame on VRA, and I've left them buy zones that we outlined on the chart from earlier on the monthly time frame on the chart here, so we can get some confluence with some Elliott wave analysis. Now if we have got an impulse to the upside here off of the low 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is an ABC correction to the downside, I probably would not be expecting this low to be broke again. So on the higher time frame and on the lower time frame, we could potentially even have a 1, 2, 1, 2 setup here, where this is your first wave off of the low, 1 2, and then again this is your first wave looking for a 1 2, in which case in my opinion we'll probably come back down to this zone. I've seen this so many times in the market where we come and fill these wicks. That could even be another zone that you've got to enter there. So just outline this zone on your chart, guys, and you could potentially have a 1 2 1 2 setup here for a nice move back to the upside and come and fill these wicks where all of that stop losses will be located above. I think that's a nice trade setup. Obviously you've got your invalidations nice and easy below these levels. Risk to reward, that's what it's all about on the lower time frame when analysing a potential trade setup. So with the lower, medium and higher time frame key level boring stuff out of the way, what we can do is we can take a zoomed out perspective here for VRA and where we actually are in the chart and see, we're still at the lows really. That's why a potential trade setup here is not going to be so out of the ordinary if we was to get a 5-wave move to the upside, something like that. Whether it's a corrective move to the upside and then we go and set new lows, or if we're impulsing and we're going to go and set brand new all-time highs, that's something we can speculate on. But what I wanted to do is just use a technique that I saw the blockchain backer do quite a while ago, which proved to be quite pivotal in analysing the top of some altcoins in previous cycles, where he would put the 38.2% at the top of capitulation there. And you can see that's why I've got that 36-35 cent level there for Verasity. That is a potential high zone. If the market's going to be bullish, that's going to be a zone we're looking out for if it's going to go ahead and set brand new all-time highs. And in the future we could just be looking at a chart something like this, and then we come down, crash, everyone, people get scared again, big bear market, and we go ahead and that's the way the market works. And we could make these big pumps to the upside here in the future look absolutely tiny. But of course, go subscribe to the blockchain backer. He's shown that in many videos in the past. So yeah, take it easy, guys. Of course, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you did like the video, give it a like. If you didn't, don't. Comment down below, subscribe, and of course sit back, relax and let the market do the work. Cheers, guys. See you next time.